Hello everyone, I hope you're doing really well and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe for more videos. So today I'm actually going to be talking about how to have a healthy relationship with your devices. This can be your phone, iPad, laptop, anything. Just a quick story about myself. I actually got my first phone when I was 17 and it was an iPhone 4, and 3 months later I left it on a bus and it was the worst thing of my life. Looking back at this moment, I realized how addicted I was to my phone, and I feel like we all have these moments where we feel we can't live without our phone, or our whole life is based around using a phone and being on social media and constantly updating the world about what we're doing. And don't get me wrong, this definitely has its perks, as I'm living away from my family, so I definitely use social media to keep everyone updated, and I think that's really important. But reflecting on the way that I felt with my phone and how I looked after it more than I looked after myself, it made me realize that I need to make a few changes. So now it's time to unplug from your phone and charge your own battery. Over the past few months, I've really been learning how to have a healthy relationship with all of my devices. So the first tip is really simple and really effective. I actually don't use an alarm clock anymore. And I do live in Dubai, where I have these huge windows right next to my bed, so we actually leave our curtains fully open and the sun comes up at about 6:30, so it naturally just wakes me up. So during winter time, when I don't have this option, I usually use my iPad. This way I'm less likely to be distracted by the messages. We all know that when we look at our phone first thing in the morning, it can either make or break our day, and if we had a choice, we'd want to have a good positive start to our morning. So if we don't give ourselves the opportunity to look at our phone, then we get to decide how our day begins. And this way you won't be tempted by any messages or notifications. And moving on to my next point of notifications. Turning your notifications off is a game changer, because it just makes you realize that there's actually nothing for you to do on your phone. So when you check the time on your phone and you don't see any notifications, you're that much less likely to kind of just go onto Instagram or Facebook for no reason. Whereas if you saw that one person liked your picture from 2 days ago, you'd then be more likely to click on it. And Instagram actually have this really cool feature where you can turn notifications off for a certain period of time. So I choose the 8-hour option while I'm working during the day, just so I don't have that temptation and I don't get distracted, and then I'm more productive that way too. And looking back at it, it makes me realize that I actually have a normal amount of screen time this way. That being said, screen time is my next point. Most of us have an iPhone or a pretty up-to-date smartphone where you can get apps that manage your screen time. And I know the iPhone has a feature where it measures your screen time. It tells you what apps you've been on the longest, and you can also set specific limits on certain apps. So you can choose to spend 30 minutes on all of your social media apps, and when that time limit is done, a pop-up will come up onto your screens reminding you that you've had your screen time, and you do always have the option to ignore it, which I think is really interesting, because at this point it gives you that small chance to give in and spend more time on social media, or being firm with yourself and making sure you set healthy boundaries. And you guessed it, setting healthy boundaries is my next point. Setting your own boundaries and limits on your phone is ultimately the best thing that you can do, because this gives you power over the phone and it doesn't give the phone power over you. The phone will buzz, ring and light up every time it wants your attention, but in the end you can always choose to ignore that, because your time is the most precious thing, and making sure you spend it on the right things is very important. The things that you give most of your attention to will be the things that impact your life. So make sure it's all positive. The biggest lesson I've learned is that we can actually choose how we want the world to affect us. So we all know the general things that are out there that might not be very good for us. For example, all of these beauty standards that are all on social media all around the world, they can actually have a really big impact on us. And I know this affected me a lot when I was younger, because even though I didn't give in to them or I was aware that they existed, subconsciously seeing these things about having the perfectly shaped eyebrows or the perfect flawless skin, they actually made my mind build up these expectations that I started to put on myself without even really realizing. So I've been working on this a lot, and I can say that I do have a loving, respectful relationship with myself now. So I had a huge detox of all of the pages that I followed of people who I thought were affecting me negatively and had the most perfect pictures on their Instagram, because I knew that was impossible and there's no point seeing something that doesn't inspire me. Instead, I followed people who shared information on yoga, self-development and positivity. So anytime I started to spend on my phone or social media, I made sure that it was still affecting me in a good way. Technology should improve your life, not become your life. It's important to become aware of how many times we actually reach for our phone for no reason at all. And this is is just because we've been doing it so much and it's become a habit. For example, we might just reach for our phones to check the time, and next thing you know, you spent a good 10 minutes scrolling through Instagram. And you might think that's fine because 10 minutes is not a long time, but say you do this 6 times a day, that means it's a whole hour that you spent mindlessly scrolling through Instagram with no purpose. There are so many things that you can focus on. Do the things that you enjoy and love and have passion for that will make you forget checking your phone. So I really like to read in my spare time, and it's really easy to get into a good book, but sometimes it can get quite tiring just constantly reading. So I like to make really pretty notes on what I'm reading just to make it a bit more inspirational and fun and more of an activity rather than just staring at pages for a really long amount of time. So moving your body is another really good thing that you can focus on, because if you make it fun and you make it work for you, you won't be tempted to look at your phone. I really love doing yoga, and sometimes I can do it for a whole hour, and during that time I'm just focusing on how it's affecting my body and how I'm benefiting from this practice, and I don't have any desire to check my phone. To learn about how to be more mindful, I actually have another video and I'll leave a link in the description box. I think having a healthy relationship with all of your devices is really important, especially now. I don't really know how to explain what's going on in the world, but don't be too hard on yourself. Watch some Netflix, play some games, but make sure you're also taking care of yourself and being healthy too. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you leave a comment down below on ways that you have a healthy relationship with all of your devices, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!